the ancient scriptures, it was mentioned about zero, the shunya. It was not given a numerical or a symbol to it, but there were in the scriptures written about zero, shunya, emptiness. Any scripture that you take, you'll find this, the zero. So today we'll look into certain points. I'm going to present today about some pointers which can show the way to embrace the zero completely, which can shatter our illusions, which can shatter our whatever that we built so far, so that you can rebuild yourself. New things can be brought out. You became somebody, but we have to become nobody. We have become something, we have to become nothing now. We have always want to become someone, like someone. I want to become like that person, someone. But unless you become no one, your pure potential will not come out. It's going to be only a very limited version of yourself that you start making, manufacturing or creating. So zero has amazing power. So the first I want to present about Jesus Christ, who spoken these words. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Meekness doesn't mean that you are very little, you go into victim mode and not that. He was speaking about being actually a zero, being simple, being ordinary. That's what he was speaking about. Blessed are the meek. When it was originally the Hebrew language was translated into English, there were some kind of words that came in. Blessed, it seems, is not the original translation. Here we need to replace with a joy or happiness, which is unconditional. So those people who are meek can have abundance of happiness and joy, and they will inherit the earth. They can be prosperous, they can be abundant beings. If you can become ordinary being, that very moment you can become abundant being. It's your birthright to be an abundant being, and you will awaken to that abundance of your being. First we need to become meek, small, ordinary, little, zero. So these are such great words. In his entire life, Christ was teaching about this, being ordinary. Generally when we think about spirituality, even spiritual mask also creates this: I am extraordinary, I am holier than thou, I am much greater than you, you are non-meditator, I am a meditator. That's a kind of ego. Actually we are all equals. This ordinariness, it brings us to the same plane. A flower is so ordinary, is so simple, and it rejoices every single moment. Those who feel they are extraordinary, it's the misery that they bring. They really feel very, very miserable inside. Outside they feel, they portray themselves as extraordinary beings, exceptionally talented, great beings, but inside they know what the truth is. We are in front of this big universe, macro universe, mega universe. We are such tiny specks, very, very small beings, zero beings in front of that. What is that unknown mystery? We are such small, ordinary beings. It's better accept the ordinariness of us without any pretensions. facades and masks. And end of all learning, it brings us to humility, humbleness. Any learning, you take up physics, whoever reached to pinnacles of physics subject, they realize their limitation. Mathematicians, when they reach to pinnacles, they realize that I don't know anything, I know very little. It makes them humble. Only those people who are in the middle, they feel that they know everything. So, end of all learning is humility, humbleness, ordinariness, simplicity, zero state. So, true education brings the understanding that we don't know anything. True education, what is the true education? The real education? Education of the soul is the true education. The soul science, science of your soul is the true education. All the other things that we are learning is birthed from this soul science, from spiritual science. From your soul, all rest of the sciences, physics, botany, zoology, mathematics, computer, technology, entire thing came out. But if you know start understanding your soul, you will realize that you don't know anything. It's such a mystery, a big mystery. It makes us so humble, so ordinary. And these are the words from Sir Isaac Newton. Many people, they think that my grandfather is Isaac Newton. Many people, they ask me, are you from England? And are you related? Is he your great grandfather? Do you also belong to that ancestral line, ancestral tree? No. My father is very revolutionary. He is such a revolutionary father. He named all the children scientists' names. And he never thought about any consequences about it, because people will laugh, generally ridicule. Even I was ridiculed because I could not measure up to the expectations of my teachers in the school. I was always getting low marks, less marks, failure, and they used to mock me, they used to ridicule me in front of the whole class that your name is Newton. Why? How come you're getting only these marks? You're getting a bad name to your name. Bad name you're bringing to your name. So, but I'm talking about Sir Isaac Newton. He told exactly these words. I think he is 16th century or 15th century. He spoke about this. I'm just like a child playing. I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore and diverting myself in now and then, finding a smoother pebble or prettier shell than ordinary, whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. So, such a great master, great mathematician, great physicist, he was talking about this. I don't know anything. I know very little. I just caught hold of only just a pebble in front of the seashore, just like a child. There's a big ocean of wisdom and knowledge. I don't know anything. Such a humility he was having to tell about this. And the second point I want to tell is about the story of creation. Any story of creation, if you take, you read about Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or Ramayanam or Devi Bhagavatam, or it could be any scripture, Bible, Quran. All scriptures were telling about how the creation began. The creation began from womb of creation. The womb is nothing but emptiness. There was only great Shunya, Mahashunya, and that Shunya has given birth to creation. So in Sanskrit there are two words. One is Shunya, which is called unmanifest form of God. It's not yet manifested, it's a pure potential in Shunya is there. And the God, the unmanifest form, started manifesting as Ananta. Another word that was expressed in Sanskrit for manifest expression of God. Diversified. You find that such creation existing, variety, the millions, billions of creatures, organisms, and multiplicity. There's so much variations, gradations that you find in the creation here. So it is the Ananta, the Shunya and Ananta. These are the two things that we can understand the story of creation. We all came from womb of creation, zero state. The zero state has given birth to everything. This is called Hiranyagarbha. All the worlds, all dimensions, all are creatures, all living things, non-living things, the entire creation came from the Hiranyagarbha, womb of creation. It's a great womb. Womb has nothing, there is emptiness there, void is there. So we need to understand our origins. Our origin is zero. We are zero beings actually. We came from zero. So when we are born as a small little babies, we know that we are zeros. We don't have anything with us. No clothes, no mass, no pretensions, just only pure awareness existing as a small fetus, small baby where you are born as. You are just awareness. There is nothing that you carried from anybody, any place. You came just from the womb. Exactly the same thing happened. We came from the cosmic womb. The whole creation came from the cosmic womb. In between, we think that I have to become somebody. We become somebody, which you are not. We pretend to be somebody. We develop so many masks and layers. So the story of creation is always teaching us, remember your origins. Remember your roots. Never forget where you came from. You came from God, that God is big zero. How can you claim that you are zero? God himself is a pure potential, pure zero, big shunya, unexpressed, unmanifest form of God. So we can't call ourselves as I am hero. We also need to know that our origins are zero and we are zero beings, ordinary beings. So now the third point I want to emphasize upon creation. This is called Shunya principle, abundance principle. So the story of creation is saying that we all came from zero, and zero has amazing power to manifest itself in a kinetic form, because zero is a potential. So if you can reach to Shunya, if you can make yourself zero, zero in your thoughts, zero in your mind, zero in your ego, zero in your sadness, zero in your patterns, zero in your past, what happens? Pure potential. You reach to a potential state, womb of creation. There you create. So this is called Shunya principle. We create from nothing, from zero state. And King Arthur has this great compassion. He observed people are going through poverty issues in the kingdom, in UK. So he thought, I will help them. He started giving his treasure, his wealth, his money. He started giving to them. He observed that they became beggars. They started taking it. They started using it, but never started creating anything new. Because they started only like begging, looking for the king to give money and wealth, and they're not taking any responsibility in creation. So one of the wise ministers, his Merlin, his minister, observed this, how we make people parasitic. He had a discussion, he had a talk with King Arthur, and he said, look at this, you are creating more lack. Even your treasure now that you have is half gone already. You will also become a beggar soon. So let us teach how to make people create from nothing. How they can create from nothing. Merlin is such a wise wizard, master, and he given this vacuum principle, creating shunya. All people are afflicted with poverty consciousness, poverty thoughts, sick thoughts. Sick thoughts create sick reality. Healthy thoughts will create healthy reality. Abundant thoughts will create abundant reality. So he made people to realize, now become zero. Empty the thoughts. Empty all those sick thoughts. Empty all those sick emotions. All the poverty, scarcity, lack thoughts from the mind. Then you create a vacuum. This vacuum sucks all the abundance. It's exactly like how you empty your refrigerator. If you go on only keeping entire refrigerator, all the old things, rotten things, you can't, something new cannot come into your refrigerator. Same thing with your house. All the old furniture, you stack them, you put them, and you are not letting go of them. What happens is your entire house will be filled with that rubbish. Even our mind is so much filled with rubbish. Mostly 90% of our thoughts, we think around 60,000 thoughts every day, and 90 to 95, 99% for some people, we think rubbish thoughts. All negative, sick thoughts, poverty thoughts, or accident thoughts, destructive thoughts, catastrophic thoughts, all these things. So Merlin's principle, he said shunya, vacuum. Apply a vacuum here, create a vacuum in the mind. Be empty so that something new can come in. Empty yourself. Empty the stress. Empty all that what you're carrying as a baggage in you. So it's such a great advice. Actually, they have seen the results in that kingdom. All people could really clear the junk thoughts, clutter in their minds, and could create prosperity. So friends, the fourth point, this is the third point. And fourth point is about zero expectations. We talk a lot about zero expectations in Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna said, whatever that you do, don't get attached to the results, outcomes. Don't expect anything from yourself or others. You do your karma or dharma, whatever it is, and if it comes, take it. Don't get attached to the results. Don't have expectation on yourself or others. Any expectation, it will actually going to create misery, because in expectation you have attachment. Anytime we have an attachment and clinging, it creates misery. Attachment brings misery, suffering. If you don't want a life which is free from suffering, Learn how to stay detached. Stay detached. No expectation whatsoever on any people, on yourself. No expectation. Do your dharma. Whatever that you can do. At any given point of time. Do it. Full heart. And zero mental clutter, it creates such peace in the mind. Zero, just make your mind zero. Mental clutter, let it go. Zero memories of the past, you make peace with the past. Zero, the past completely. Apply zero there. Put zero in the past. So that past will not affect you in this present. Otherwise we are clinging to the past. We are holding on. We regret. We carry heavy guilt about the past. Past is for many people not over yet. They're still living in the past. Their bodies are living in the past. They carried all the memories of the pain from the past in their bodies. All the health problems are nothing but the carryovers, memories that we carry from the past. So this is the fourth point that I want to emphasize upon. The fifth point is, you can see the symbol that is there, a 0 and an 8 which is placed horizontally. This is called infinity symbol. Infinity symbol. So a 0 actually becomes a portal, a doorway for infinity, potentials. All the pure potentials exist in 0, in shunya. So if you want to become an infinite being, an unlimited being, 0 is the way. 0 is the doorway. First, you clear all that stuff that is stored in your mind. Clear the past. Clear all the junk. Then it makes you reach to your infinity. So it is very clear that from the story of creation, first you came from this womb of creation, 0, then you came out as infinite expression, in infinite forms. The formless has become form, full of forms, different forms. So in Buddhist masters also they emphasize about this infinite possibilities that are existing. In Buddhist scriptures it's written emptiness, which is the doorway of infinite possibilities. That's why people, when they are meditating, they do just meditation, stillness the mind. They don't do anything else, but still many things they get manifested. They create abundance, they create wealth, they create health, they create wonderful harmonious relationships. How could they do it? Because they are reaching to complete emptiness. When they unwind, when they unfold, unlearn, uncondition themselves, what happens is they're opening the doorway for that infinite possibilities. You become like a magnet, you attract it. It's a vacuum principle. And the sixth point I want to share with you about anything that you want to create, first you need to uncreate. Here in this picture you can see Shiva, who is using his third eye, sending some powerful energetic rays, laser beam rays, and turning everything into ashes. Everything is like a bhasma, ashes. And there is a symbolic meaning to it. It's a metaphor. So whoever is an awakened consciousness, awakened Chaitanya, the consciousness, they have this awakened third eye which can see the truth, which can go beyond the duality, which knows how to uncreate. First we need to uncreate what you have already created. You need to uncreate your past, uncreate your fears, uncreate your conditioning, uncreate all that ego in you, uncreate, destroy it through your third eye, Shiva principle. Then something new creation can begin. Many of us, we wonder, how can I create something new now? I am already carrying so much past events, repetition, the same problem is existing, pattern existing, and how can I create something new? First, uncreate. Use Shiva principle, destroy that past. Turn that into ashes. From the ashes, phoenix will rise. A new being will rise from that. When you can turn your past into zero, dissolve it. So you use here zero principle in dissolving all things which are limiting you, whether it is limiting in the body or mind or ego or your relationships, or it could be anything in life which is limiting you. Use the zero principle. Zero has all that capacity to dissolve, may nullify, neutralize. Use the zero. Become zero to your past. Dissolve it. Whatever those fears that you have. We have so many unconscious fears. We fear life. We fear death. We fear every single moment. We fear facing the truth. And this is the power of manifestation. The zero really makes you connect with the power of manifestation. It's the power of zero which makes you learn about the power of creation, power of manifestation. All the infinite possibilities will be existing in front of you. Now you can become a hero now, zero to hero. When you can become zero, that very next moment you will become a hero. As I told you, in the childhood, I used to identify with Superman all the time. I used to watch those serials, movies and comic books. I used to read Superman. I used to really admire, I used to really imagine myself like a Superman. But it's all imagination. It's not true. I had to become zero. I had to shatter these kind of masks that I was wearing. I accepted myself as complete zero. So meditation does this. Meditation shatters all the illusions. It creates utter emptiness. Sometimes meditation creates loneliness in you. It is necessary. You become so lonely inside. Nobody is helping you. Apo dipo bhava. Be a light unto yourself. Nobody comes and lift you from there. And you have to go through that narrow tunnel, pass through the tunnel, come out with the magnificence of your own. So this is what happens. Meditation makes us become zero. Realize the zero. And this zero mind creates heroic actions. Buddha, Siddhartha, Gautam Siddhartha done sadhana, meditation, he became zero. Anapanasati, and then mind became utterly zero, still, emptiness, shunya, he said mahashunya, mahaparishunya, and then heroic actions. He became real hero. We really, even after 2500 years, still we remember Buddha. Because he never kept quiet after his zero state. He was constantly with so much compassion in his heart. He was moving to village, town to town, city to city, and teaching meditation and sharing whatever that he has felt in his heart, in his soul. He wants to share with everyone. So heroic actions emerges from his zero mind. When you can become zero, really you become a hero. It's mandatory. First we need to embrace our zeroness. So it's hard and very difficult to say I am a zero. I am a big zero. Very difficult. Oh, how can I? No. I'm somebody, I'm engineer, I'm doctor, I'm IAS officer, IPS, and I'm businessman, I'm billionaire, I'm having money, I'm wealthy, all these things. And turn to your friend, you can say to your friend, you are a zero. You are a big zero. You can turn to your friend. First you can say, you are a zero. And then you say, you are a big zero. Say it with a tone, loud. Let your friend hear. Really say it. Then really we can also say inside our own self, in our mind, in your heart, I am a zero. It's okay to be zero. It's okay to be zero. What a easiness it creates when you can accept the simple fact that I am a zero. That very moment, a doorway opens for your becoming a big hero of life. Heroic actions emerge. So we'll be doing a process at the end, a meditation process. Is presented by Joe Vitale. He's an author of a book called Zero Limits. How the zero can cleanse and purify and clean all things, all stuff that you're carrying inside you. A beautiful meditation here designed. We'll be doing at the end. And zero also means egolessness. The 9th point I want to tell is about zero means egolessness. People are so egoistic. I can talk about ego because once upon a time I was a big egoistic person. That's why I know. I can see only an egoistic person who has experienced what is the ego can recognize the ego in others also. I'm an expert in recognizing the ego of others because I know I was egoistic. I know even sometimes the ego comes in me, then I'm aware. My consciousness recognizes it. Yes, oh, here my ego is kicking in. And people always, they boast about what they have done, their good life, they go on talking about what a grand person he is or she is. They go on telling about their family which is so great and all these things. Or otherwise even the ego is also self-pity. People, they live like a victim. They are also very highly egoistic people. Even in that misery they feel so much ego in clinging to the past, Nobody else has this problem. I'm the only person in the world who has this suffering, this great problem, It's also expression of ego. Ego it makes us rigid, never wants us to move to the solution. We get stuck in the problem. And people are egoistic in these two ways. We think that only people who show off, they are egoistic people, but people who are, victims, poor me, they also are highly egoistic people, highly arrogant people. People carry arrogance at different levels, ego at different levels. The money arrogance is one thing, I'm the richest person. Intellectual arrogance, I'm the most knowledgeable person. Nobody has studied like me, I'm the knowledgeable person. That also creates ego. Spiritual ego, I am the most spiritual person than any guru, I am the most spiritual person, I am a great meditator. That's also ego. And people have age arrogance. Small children who are much wiser, enlightened beings, they can't accept them. When I was actually 17-year-old, I stepped into meditation path. Actually from the very 6 months after my meditation practice, I started teaching meditation. Many used to laugh at me. This young boy teaching meditation, nobody used to accept me. Young boy talking about Adi Shankaracharya, Buddha. age arrogance. People have age arrogance. There's so much ego about their age. Age will not make them wise people. Many people, they are the same even after they become old. Nothing to do with age. Something to do with your soul. That's why we see very young people attending nowadays meditation classes. They're full of life force. They're masters. There are many masters, young masters. They became zeros and now they're becoming heroes. They're real heroes. They're very heroic in their actions. So, zero also means egolessness. Chop your ego. Ego clings. Ego is rigid. Ego is inflexible. Ego can't forgive people. Ego says, I am right, you are wrong. I am okay, you are not okay. And ego is judgmental. Ego is constriction, limiting, and ego is suffering. Ego, big suffering. Less ego, less suffering. No ego, no suffering. That's what we learn. So become zero to actually liberate yourself from the suffering. The moment we become zeros, suffering moves away from life. It opens the doors for all the infinite possibilities. So, peace and harmony in relationships, when there is no ego, it comes naturally. There's so much peace can come in this very moment. Many people highly egoistic. They can't have good relationships with people. The ego is so strong. They feel they are good people, others are wrong. They become highly judgmental out of their egos. They are always critical in their mind. With the critical eyes they look at people and they judge people. Is out of ego. And this is called Chin Mudra, that what you're seeing in this picture. You can also make it. Your index finger and thumb you can join. This is called Chin Mudra. What is the meaning of Chin Mudra? It is nothing but zero. If you say this way, you are a big zero. No, this is a zero state actually. I tell you, this is the physical body, this is the mind, this is the intellect, this is the ego. This finger is called ego finger. Index finger is called ego. Ego always says, you are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. I am right. Ego is always pointing finger at everyone. Find faults with everyone. Find mistakes in everyone. Can't find their own mistakes. Three fingers pointing at them. So, Chin Mudra is like your ego is bending. You bow down, you bend. This thumb is called as the higher self, the soul, the higher self, the spirit, which is in the unmanifest form, which is just pure energy, pure consciousness, and you are bending, you are lessening, reducing, zero, and you are reaching to that soul. Chin Mudra is nothing but becoming zero. That's why when you visit any temple, it's a sacred architecture. In the Garbhagudi, inner sanctum, you find that you have to bow down and go. All the doors are always not high, tall. You find that it's very narrow. It's like a small, you have to bend to reach to your inner sanctum and inner self and inner God in you. So important to become zeros. So this is the Chin Mudra, which actually is telling us symbolically, it's like a representation of the egolessness. You minimize your ego. That's why meditation, you sit like this. You will be sitting like in Chin Mudra. Many meditators, they prefer Chin Mudra. Whenever you are doing this, this means you are a zero. You accept that you are a zero in front of the big universal self, which is the grander self, the great self, the zero, big zero. So You'll bend yourself, you will be lessening your ego. The biggest obstacle that we find in our life is our own ego, which will prevent us to reach to our magnificence inside us, the radiance inside us. So finally, the 10th point I want to talk about is Anatta Sutra, Anatta state, which was told by Buddha, Lord Buddha. Through Anapanasati practice, he has gone through series of experiences, Satori's, enlightenment experiences. He has experiences in the body, Kayanupasana experiences, Vedanupasana, Chittanupasana, Dhammanupasana, then Vipassana experiences, many Vipassana experiences. And finally he realized that we are anatta, there is no self also. Thinking that you have an individual soul, individual self, is a myth. This is a lesser truth. Buddha, as he evolved in his understanding, his enlightenment, he realized that I am big zero. Anatta, there is no soul also. I thought there is a soul which is now incarnating, taking many forms, many lifetimes, but there is no soul. There is only one soul in the universe. He said Anatta. Anatta means there is no separate self. We are all interbeings. We are oneness beings. We are universal being. This is called Anatta. Anatta is not that you don't have a soul. I have a soul which is called Jivatma, which is only a lesser truth. The higher truth is Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma, the universal self, the whole universe is you. Then what is the question? Where is the question of that individual soul? You are the whole universe. Whole universe came into this beacon, this body, this vehicle. So you are like living as a universe in this physical form. You are like living God, living in this flesh body. This is what Buddha expressed. People have different interpretations and all that. They have misunderstood sometimes this anatta state. But this is utter emptiness, great void, and mahashunya, mahaparishunya, and no separate self. This is what is the expression of anatta. He was talking about zero state, a big zero state, maha zero state. And meditation is a zero state of mind, zero mind state, stillness, emptiness. That's why even Patanjali Maharshi, he's another Buddha. He said, Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Simple definition of meditation. Meditation is no mind state. What is this no mind state? When we are talking about no mind, it's a lower mind which is going to be still, which has to become zero. The lower mind always has restless waves, always the thinking mind. But the higher mind, which is always with your soul, always has higher faculties of thinking. It creates ideas. It creates intuitions. It operates through intuition, your higher mind. That's different. No mind state, which Patanjali Maharshi or Buddha was speaking, is nothing but the lower mind, this conscious mind, this monkey mind. We need to train, tame it, make it calm, still. Experience zero state of mind, zero thought. So, we'll do a meditation now. Somebody to nobody. We were like a somebody now. We became somebody. We become nobody now. We go back to our original state, default state. And we became something. We become nothing now. And someone to no one. We became someone and we become no one. And that opens the doorway for all the potentials and possibilities going to in front of you. The real, original, the self of you, it will emerge from that zero state. So friends, we all do this meditation. First 10 minutes is Anapanasati. 10 minutes, we watch the breath. After that, I'll be guiding you through the energy centers. You have these energy centers in the backbone. The first energy center is called root chakra, which is making us actually ground. We are connected with this physical plane through the root chakra. And the second chakra is called emotional chakra. An inch, 2 inches above that is the sacral chakra. It is called emotional chakra. Okay, so perineum, the place where your spinal cord is ending, that place is called root chakra place. Just above that, an inch above that, 1.5 inch above that is the emotional chakra, sacral chakra, swadhisthana chakra. And above that, in your belly, in your stomach, is the solar plexus chakra. This is the Manipur chakra. So these 3 chakras create ego in us. We become somebody, we become someone, we have a personality, and we dissolve it. And anahata, where you experience stillness. That's why people hear anahatanath, because it is the stillness that speaks from the heart. In the heart center, there is no sound. Sound of no sound. Soundless sound. You hear in that utter silence, you hear anahatanath. One nada, one vibration comes from here. And from here, you reach the shunya, which becomes much more as you reach to this expression center in the throat. It is your communication, it is declaration. Every word of you is going to manifest now, because it's coming from your depths of stillness, from zero state. And from here you can go beyond judgments and duality and right and wrongs and good and bads and all things. You transcend. This is what is called third eye. This is Agnya chakra, command. Whatever that you create from here, from zero, nothingness, you command. Whatever you command from here, release as an image, as a vision, it manifests. And this is your multidimensional nature of your soul. So we'll do this meditation now, and really we initially dissolve our ego, these layers around us, all the fake or facades or masks that we were carrying, all that arrogance, we dissolve it. We dissolve the past, we dissolve the emotions, we let go, and we really embrace that shunya, emptiness. Okay, friends? I'll be guiding you through this meditation. Make yourselves comfortable. Sit in a comfortable posture. Bring your awareness to your in-breath and out-breath. Notice your inhalation and exhalation. For the next 10 minutes, we practice this Anapanasati. Ana means inhalation, Pana means exhalation, Sati means to be one with, inhalation and exhalation. Sitting comfortably, joining the hands together, keeping it in your lap very comfortably, or else in Chin Mudra, whatever, Dhyana Mudra or Chin Mudra, whatever is comfortable for you. With your eyes closed, closing your eyes, and notice the inhalation and exhalation. Normal, natural breath need to be observed. Nothing else is required to do right now. Just follow your normal, natural breathing rhythm. If the breath is long and deep, let it be. If the breath is short and shallow, let it be. You don't need to alter your breathing rhythm. Whatever the breathing rhythm that's happening, stay with it. Follow your every breath. If the mind is wandering, become aware of the wanderings of the mind. The mind going here and there, thinking about the past, or worrying about the future, or planning something about the future. Just become aware of this restless mind and bring your attention back to your in-breath and out-breath. We will not open our eyes in the middle till the very end of this meditation, till 30 minutes. Stay with your breath, following your every single breath. Meditation is doing nothing. Not to think, not to move your body, but stay in stillness. Be still in your body, be still in your mind. Only witness, watch the breath. Notice the breath. Reach to that stillness, silent spaces, gap between the thoughts. Enlarge those silent spaces. The mind which is distracted can become aware of that distracted mind. Bring your attention back to your in-breath and out-breath. Be still. Be silent. Stopping the internal chatter in the mind. As you start noticing now these enlarged silent spaces in you, the mind which is now calm, tranquil, the breath which is now rhythmic and slow. Right now, I'd like you to place your attention on your root chakra, the Mooladhara chakra, the first energy center, the base of the spinal cord backbone, the perineum. And sense and feel the energy of the first energy center. Wherever you are placing your attention, the energy goes there. Right now, place your attention on your root chakra, Mooladhara chakra. Whatever those fears you have, survival issues that you're carrying, mistrust, insecure, unsafe feelings that you have, lack conditions that you're carrying, from this energy center which manifested in your life, right now, you can start letting go. Say to yourself that I now let go of this. Whatever those energetic imprints that I'm storing in my first energy center, I let go. I release. Slowly start raising your consciousness, awareness to your second energy center, an inch above that, your emotional chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, in the sacral bone, in the sacrum, in the sacral chakra. This is the seat of all your emotions, the fears, the anger, the guilt and shame. And the seat of your sexual nature. Right now, give all the energy and attention to it and say to this energy center and bless this energy center. Command, say to it that whatever that I'm storing as energetic imprints which are limiting me, my negative emotions, my fears, my insecurities, my guilt and shame, I let go, I release it, I let go of it. And start slowly now bringing your awareness into your solar plexus, your belly, your abdomen, upper abdomen, the seat of your third chakra, the seat of power, the seat of your ego, the Manipur chakra. Feel and sense the energy of this Manipur chakra, the space around the Manipur chakra. Whatever those issues, power issues, victimhood, the ego, I am somebody, I am something in life, I am someone in life. All those ego characteristics, personality stuff, we completely let go, we shatter it now. Whatever it is, the ego which was built based on our lack of understanding of the true self, the ego which is birthed from our ignorance and our fears, we let go, we let go, we let go. Sense that energy of this Manipur chakra now, which is ready to raise, which is now slowly rising as you guide your attention to move to your Anahata chakra, the middle of your chest, the heart center. As you embrace your zero state, as suddenly your thoughts in the mind, all those restless waves of the mind, becoming calm, much more deep calmness, deep tranquility, deep peace coming into you. The Anahata chakra, the center of love, compassion, the kindness which is birth, which is coming from the zero state, the utter emptiness, becoming a void now, just becoming zero, silence. Sense and feel the energy of this Anahata chakra. Hear it, feel it, see it, experience it fully. The compassion which has no boundaries, love which has no boundaries. Go into this beautiful energy of love which is multiplying, magnifying, expanding through this stillness within you. Embracing this zero, dropping all the masks, all the ego structure in you. just becoming zero, just becoming ordinary, just becoming humble, simple. Saying to yourself that I am a big zero, deep in your heart. Acceptance of this stillness, silence, zero state. Saying to yourself, I am nothing in front of this big universe. I am just a tiny speck, a dot, a particle, an atom. Right now, as this deeper realizations coming into you from your heart center, let it raise now to the next energy center of Vishuddha, the throat chakra. The energy in the throat chakra, Vishuddha chakra, great purification. Much more emptiness. Great emptiness. Whatever the stillness that's experienced from the heart, now it's becoming multifold, thousandfold. Clearing, cleaning, purifying all that unwanted stuff, many lifetimes baggage, emotions, fears. The throat center choking, constricting as you go through this. Completely accept. Say to yourself, I release, I let go now. What I am storing here in my throat chakra, I let go, I let go, I let go, I release it. As this energy center completely opens now, whatever that is constricting, limiting, whatever is unresolved, what is unfinished in your throat, now completely getting released. Sense this energy of Vishuddha chakra. Now, with this guiding awareness, let this consciousness reach to your third eye, becoming a yogi. The true self, the self which is now emerging, birthing from this great zero state, great emptiness, beyond all judgments, beyond duality, transcendental state of awareness, the third eye, the Agya chakra, the eye between the two eyes, the space between the two eyes, the middle of the forehead, the pineal gland. Sense and feel this energy center. Embrace this great emptiness in you, where the true self has a divine spark emerging, where you recognize that you are this divine spark, divine being, formless. And from this third eye, whatever those other illusions, limiting beliefs, you're completely destroying, seeing the truth of your being, which is birthed from this zero state, stepping into this pure potentials, complete stillness, as your entire focus now rests, your awareness resting now in third eye. Let it now rise as your guiding awareness guides this energy to your Sahasrara, the top of your head. The Sahasrara, the multi-dimensional 1,000-petal lotus, 1,000-hooded snake dancing on top of the head. The multi-dimensional nature of you. This pure potential which is there, opening to infinite possibilities, infinite nature of you. Infinite space, infinite consciousness, infinite energy, infinite soul. Definitionless, unlimited, unbounded. As you rest your awareness on top of the head, sense this energy, feel that energy and experience it fully. This 1,000-petal lotus blooming, blossoming, opening. Say to yourself, I am this multi-dimensional being, open to all that infinite possibilities which are existing in front of me. I am just a pure potential. I am just Anatta. I am zero. I am big zero. I am Mahashunya, Mahaparishunya. Tapping into that vast potential in front of you with infinite possibilities. At this moment, from these infinite possibilities, one possibility will come forward. The real self. The self which is divine. The radiant, magnificent, humble, egoless, compassionate, caring, kind, loving, intelligent, which has all the traits of all that is the God Self, the Universal Self. This, one of the possibilities, will step forward. I'd like you to completely embrace it, feel it right now. In this pure potential zero state, a great zero state, completely download this vibration and feel it. This zero which is a doorway to infinite nature of you, possibilities that are existing in front of you. Rest your awareness there, top of the head, and slowly even going up 1 feet above, 2 feet above your head. Rest your awareness there, watch, witness as a higher self, the higher being. at this moment, awakened, enlightened, realized the true nature of the self, the infinite nature of you, the divine multidimensional self. Remembering that you can always access this Mahashunya, Hiranyagarbha, the womb of creation. And start slowly returning back, descending down from 2 feet above your head, down into your Sahasrara, into top of your head, down into your pineal gland, the third eye, the eye between the 2 eyes. Bringing back this conscious awareness about your true self, the real self. Slowly guiding this to your Vishuddha, the throat center. Bringing consciously this awareness of who you are really. Embracing that zero and infinity. Same time, bringing it down now into your heart center, the middle of this chest, down into your belly, into your abdomen, the Manipur chakra, and down into your Swadhisthana chakra, balanced, integrated, and down into your root chakra, bringing this understanding into your body that I am the multidimensional self, I am zero and I am infinity at the same time. Being humble, being simple, and completely in this state, surrender to what is much bigger, higher, grander than you. As this physical body of you, the root chakra is completely strengthened, healed, registers this new information, new knowledge about who you are, the real self in you. Stay in this silence 2 more minutes. Last 1 minute. Coming back to this time space, to this moment, bringing your fullest awareness, consciousness, returning back to this moment. 30 seconds. Notice your energy in the body. Notice your breath energy. Notice. Watch. Observe. Whatever those insights that you gain in meditation, this meditation, try to recapitulate before opening your eyes. Another 15 seconds. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 0. Okay friends, whenever you are ready, you may rub your hands and place them on your eyes for a few seconds. Let the energy that you gathered in your fingertips be absorbed by your eyes for a few seconds, and completely grounding yourself into this moment, coming back into this moment. And take your time to slowly open your eyes. Take your time. Welcome friends, welcome from beautiful meditation. And friends, we have sharing now. First, we open the sharing to newcomers, whoever has come here for the first time here, or whoever started coming from last week or just 2-3 weeks back. We give opportunity for them to share first. Who would like to share? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe you can speak loudly. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Shivering, yes. Okay. So is the first time you're practicing meditation? Before, did you do meditation?
I do
Not this way, okay. Is it the vibration? Is it like a shivering like with fear, or is it just a pleasant shivering? Pleasant vibration kind of feeling?
What I wanted to get rid of.
You could feel that what you want to get rid of, that's coming out. It's letting go. This is what happens when we try to let go. Our body also feels it, and we purge, we release it through the body. We feel those sensations in the body. How are you feeling right now? Better? That's wonderful. Thank you. So, anybody else want to share? Newcomer? Yeah, please.
In fact, I'm doing it for the first time.
Please come here and share so everyone can see you. You can take the mic.
It's okay.
It's okay, so everyone can hear better. The whole world can hear you.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. In fact, I'm doing meditation for the first time. So far, I've heard about that. Even my family members, maybe wife, used to do it. I never done. My experience has been, when you were asking me to concentrate, not to think about probably that the conscious mind, the monkey mind, what you told.
Right.
I was not able to do any concentration. I was thinking about everything else in this world. And even when you're telling during the meditation that you'll be experiencing the gap between the thoughts, I was not experiencing. Then probably towards the end, when the focus has been shifted to various chakras, probably only at that time I was able to little bit, stay focused, or stay focused without thoughts. At the end, definitely, I feel I haven't felt anything great change in my body or mind, but I definitely felt I have reached the right place, wherein for my future or whatever understanding I need to have about my life or spirituality, I felt I have reached the right place. I feel that was the biggest achievement for me.
That's wonderful. That's congratulations for the first time doing. It's amazing. It's a good feeling.
Yes, good
that
feeling.
you had, and the right place you reached in your own self actually.
Yes,
The connection with your breath and the self in you. And first time when you touch to that self, you feel that rightness, a good feeling comes within. Oh, this is what I'm actually meant for, and this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I want to experience.
Yeah, the experience of that, the mild breath which is going in and out. Probably first time I experienced it in my life.
Fantastic, fantastic. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations once again. So friends, now it's open for the oldies, senior meditators, all of them. Anybody want to share? You're most welcome. It's very inspiring for the rest of the people. Brave ones can come forward to share. Courageous, brave ones. Whoever feels like, Yes, please.
Morning, friends. I started coming here from 6 weeks. Last 6 weeks I'm attending this. Whatever you see in this class, I can correlate these situations in my real life.
Your real life.
And, I come across these kind of situations in my workplace. With sir suggestions, I am able to overcome few problems also. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful,
Thank you for
wonderful.
this.
That's
And I think these sessions are very much helpful for us. And,
thank you. That's brilliant. Thank you. And the last sharing or a question that you have, you can ask. It's open for anybody. Yeah, please.
I could see many images.
Can see. Yeah.
I'm not aware, but they are coming randomly. Some people, I don't know, I have never seen them also. And small babies, flowers. And when it was last, I was feeling very happy. I don't know.
Right.
It was very nice.
That's excellent. We do see so many images. Sometimes they don't make any sense during meditation. Those images come because it's like something is switched on. Our awareness here, which is switched on, which is open now. It's like when you switch on the television. Sometimes the images that appear, you don't make sense. Suddenly it is coming to you. But slowly, as you regularly practice, it makes sense. They have meaning. The flowers, the babies, the nature, the colors, all of them, they have meaning.
Okay, I could see the God, Venkateshwara.
Right.
I'm not thinking, but they are coming.
They're coming. Yeah. That's really wonderful. That's excellent. Thank you. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The thing is that the mind is very notorious.
Yeah.
Whatever the attempts you do to keep the while meditating, the outer things to come into our mind, but still the mind, it waves and then some other ideas will come to the mind.
Yeah.
Is there any stage of meditation that the things will definitely stop?
Yes. So this is a very important question. Everyone need to know. Is it possible to attain that no thought, no mind state or stillness of the mind? Yes, it is definitely possible. It is one of the stages of meditation. So in the beginning stages, a lot of distractions will come. You will be struggling a lot. Even those thoughts which you never think in daily life, also they start coming. Thousands of thoughts. And you will be so vexed and frustrated that why these monkey thoughts are coming. And you need to continue the practice. Keep witnessing them. Disengage yourself from those thoughts. Because the nature of the mind, it thinks. Now detach from those thoughts, come back to your breathing, attach yourself to the breath energy. And that's the practice, deliberate practice. And what happens is when you are with your breath and the mind becomes empty. Even first initially we experience few seconds, few minutes of silence, slowly it becomes much bigger, and you can experience this stillness throughout the meditation. After say 10 days, 20 days, 40 days, people experience that. Even the taste of zero state of mind, it is so enriching, energizing, refreshing, and you come to connect with your real self through that stillness. The mind need to be calm to know the self. So that is possible. It's one of the stages, and sadhana is the thing. And there are no shortcuts. And we need to give ourselves the time every day for the practice.